Hey guys, today's video is going to be about this 6-gallon portable electric pancake. It's an air compressor. It's 1.5 horsepower. Well, the amperage of the motor is 12 amp. It's electric. It's very useful for finishing nailing, framing nailing, inflation, or good for the trims. The compressor tank gallon capacity is 6 gallon. It's a light duty. It made the compressor volume rating to be quiet. The decibel rating for outdoor is 80 dBA. The weight is 35 pounds, and it comes with a returnable 90-day warranty. The motor is single stage. The tank is steel. The maximum output is 150 psi. So before first use, you turn the air compressor on. And you want to make sure the drain is open. You want to leave the drain open for 30 minutes and let the compressor running. It's called break-in period. You want to break it. You want the engine, well, not the engine, the motor running. All the seals and everything else needs to work properly. So the manufacturer recommends that you leave the compressor running for 30 minutes and you watch the gauge. You see the pressure is not building up because as the compressor is pumping air into the tank, the air is escaping out through the drain. So, so far you see those rusty stuff, that's the moisture. It just came out. So that's what you want. You want the moisture out, you want the compressor running. And after 30 minutes, just close the valve and let the compressor run. And as you let it run, you'll see the pressure of the tank is rising because the compressor is building up pressure into the tank. So that's a good way or a good indication for you to see that the compressor is working. There is no any air leak. So at 150, the pressure will stop. The gauge, you will see once you get to 150, the air compressor will just stop, and that means the compressor is ready at that point. So you have these two outlets. You could have two different pneumatic gun hooked up to it, and you could have two different person working at the same time. The compressor will come on and off as the pressure drops, and you use this regulator to set the pressure that you want. Most nail gun takes about 70 to 100 psi. So the outlet, which is the pressure controlled on both output, both of those ports, you control the pressure with that. And you have the safety valve over here. So if it goes above 150, the safety valve would pop. So I just wanted to show you how that thing works. So this is the regulator. You pull it out, and it was pushed in, so I was locking the pressure into certain pressure. So I'm going to adjust the regulator. You could go either clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever pressure you want. If you go high, you could bring it down. Once you have the pressure that you like, you just lock the regulator in place so that the pressure won't move. And you have this locked in certain place right there. You push it in, and the pressure would be locked there. So compressor already have the pressure it needs. It's not running. So what I did was I pulled on to the safety valve to get it on and release some of the air out. You could release the air out through the drain. Try not to use the safety valve for that. I just wanted to demonstrate what this valve do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Like this video. It helps the algorithm do good for the channel. I wanted to give you an overview. I don't know if this is enough of the view of the compressor. I wanted to give you a better idea before you go out and buy it. I've been using this compressor for a long time. I like it. The regulator, not a problem. It turns either way. As you see, the needle move up and down as I turn. I just wanted to demonstrate how it works for you. For me, it's working very well. I've been nailing 2x4s into the wall. I've been making frames with it. I inflated tires with it as well. And it has multiple use. And it's only 35 pounds. Once you get the pressure you like, your desired pressure, usually 70 to 100, whatever pressure you need. And then you just push it like this and you lock the pressure in. Now, whenever the pressure drops due to usage, the compressor would kick in to maintain that pressure that you set. That's what the regulator does. So I'm done with it. So I pulled out the plug. Remember, I still have pressure into the tank. So I'm going to drain some of the pressure out. And you see the gauge dropping from whatever pressure I had. It's going to go down to 0. And this is what we want. We don't want any pressure, any air pressure to be stuck because due to the temperature, it's going to create moisture inside. So you want the tank to be empty. So I left the valve open. All the pressure is out now and the gauge reads 0. You could just go ahead and close the drain valve.